Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I got a special place, a tender warm embrace. Where I am now.
It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. And if you'd like to see us live at WGPL 1350 Studio and WMVA 88.9 Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 and WMVA 88.9. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com or 1400 AM or 1350 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace, 95.3 FM, WMVA 88.9, and WGPL 1350.
Facebook Live is on and poppin'. Let's also welcome LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitter. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out later on.
What about YouTube? What about YouTube?
YouTube, go to Crystal Records 1 and subscribe. That's CRISTO Records with a 1. And subscribe to the channel. You'll see all kind of great shows from FYI Radio Morning Show and FYI After Dark.
That's right. That's right.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
I had a great weekend. Weekend was just fine. I got paid and, went down to the hoop. No.
Where you go down to? I know you went down to the church because you're a pastor.
Just went down to had a good time at the church and all, and had a great weekend.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. That is wonderful. The weather was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, my weekend was fine. We had the homegoing service for my husband's brother, my brother-in-law. I want to shout out his siblings, Diane, Paige, brother-in-law David, brother-in-law Herman, my husband Herman, and the family. It was a wonderful, wonderful homegoing. It was just beautiful.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely beautiful. And so, yes, we celebrated the life of Ronald Hinton. And he's in a better place.
Hey, the Lord knows.
The Lord knows. Mr. E,
yes.
This is FYI Radio Show, Mondays, Sports Talk. And let me say, Mr. E, as I began to talk and mingle with relatives and friends, they talked about FYI Radio Show, their fans, their listeners. And one of my aunties said that she listens to us and she's learning about sports from FYI radio show. I said, okay, Aunt Doris, thank
And
you.
that's one of the greatest things in the world. Miss Hinton, when you start talking about sports, folks get
Yeah,
on the edge of the seats. And what has happened to a lot of households now, men in their homes now has their wives and their girlfriends or their significant others sitting there
it's the
watching
truth,
sports talk
girl.
with them.
It's the truth. Women love sports, and I just get a kick out of it. I look forward to the NFL season because we know that women are really ride or die for those teams. You know, they may sit there and observe our NBA, sports and things like that, but when it comes to the NFL, I think a lot of women have a team.
That's right. That's right. And we'll find out this year, 2023, what it be like come August the 10th.
So, Missy, you got a little bit of news. I know I wanted to mention that the Yankees and the Dodgers played this weekend,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
the Yankees won 4-1. And look, I gotta see. That's what I'm saying, Missy. I gotta go to a professional baseball game, professional football game, and a professional NBA game. Y'all hear it? I put it out in the atmosphere, and I got to go.
That's what you got to do. Go sit down. Well, you can start out with a minor league baseball game by going watching the Tide with the Tides play.
Absolutely.
Support your home team. Go down and sit down in the baseball diamond and watch the Tides play.
My grandson got a chance to go to a few of those games
Yeah,
and really loved it. So I'm hoping I get an opportunity soon, maybe this year, to do at least one game.
that's right. That's right. And that's what it's all about. To getting out there, supporting your own, and at least taking in a professional baseball game.
But Mr. E, we have a wonderful person here, a sportsman on our phone line. He's waiting for us. Mr. Staten, are you there?
Hello, sir.
We want to say good morning to you and thank you for being on FYI Radio Show.
Good morning. Thank you for being a part of FYI. We want to say you got to speak up a little louder so we can hear a little bit of you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got on the line with us Pastor Jesse Staten. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pastor Everett. Good morning, Miss Yolanda Hinton.
You sound so good. I hope you're doing well on this beautiful day.
Yes, I am. The Lord is good. And anytime you can rise above the earth, like the dirt, 6 feet up there and under, you're doing wonderful.
Look, before we get into sports, tell us a little bit about where you're from and your ministry.
I am Pastor Jesse B. Staten. My father was Elder Jesse Staten, professional cook who did all of the
Wow.
cooking for the third jurisdiction. I'm a product of Jesse and as well as Rosa Washington, who was head of the neighborhood stock program, was the first to have a civic meeting in the area of CPAC, which included Myra Obendorf, who she became friends. Myra passed, of course, but having her 80th birthday party, my mother's birthday party at the Grand Affairs. So my mother is 95 years old, and she has a legacy that we're trying to make sure that she lives out.
Wow.
That being said, I am Pastor Jesse B. Staten of the Rise and Shine Ministry, Church of God in Christ. I've been in ministry for over 50 years, but I've only been pastoring 10, and there is a difference. I am also the founder and pastor. I am married to the lovely Kimberly Patricia Staten of 46 years.
Wow.
And Miss Yolanda, I've learned that I don't quit when it gets tough.
Ooh, tell it, Pastor.
Don't throw in the
Don't
towel.
throw in the towel,
Yeah.
honey.
Ride or die.
You can't quit. You can't quit. That's the key to life.
That's right. Ride or die.
If you keep the wheels turning, you won't just give up.
Oh,
And my thing is that I'm not one of those ones that jump ship when my team is not winning.
Who let you know jump ship?
Oh, I tell you what, it's time for sports talk.
I know I may not call no names, but I do know that they weren't talking about that particular team at the beginning of the year, but now they're talking about a particular team. Okay.
I know y'all sitting around. I know you're a part of the hater raiders. You don't have to say anything. You said enough when you said something about that great team called the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
Now, who is your NFL team?
The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my goodness, we got 2 Dallas fans.
I used to live in Texas, okay? So,
Wow.
but I didn't really become an official until I went back to Texas and got branded with the boots. Okay.
And the hat.
Branded with the belt.
And the hat.
With the hat.
Yeah.
You know, I got the whole shebang, the jersey. And that's what made me official in my own right, even though I was already official, quote, unofficial.
That is amazing.
So, you know, it's what it is. You were the paraphernalia when they lose.
Ride or die. Oh, wow. But look, we are enjoying the NBA season. Mr. E was going to try to get this information before time. I want to know right now, in real time, who is your team or who are you following in the NBA?
Right now, I've got to give it to Miami.
Oh my goodness. Did you say?
Look, they're running out of the hole. All of the players are running out of holes like that, running out of the road. and they can't keep up with all of them because you don't have enough traps for them. And so they're just going all over the place, just haywire. And they got the right coach. They got the right management, general manager. You know,
yeah.
What else can they do?
I can tell you what. Well, Mr. E, I got to look at Mr. E because Mr. E told me it was going to be a sweep with the Nuggets. But Mr. E, I felt like, all right, the Nuggets, great season. But hey, Miami Heat, they got there. They got to the final, but I believe when they got rested up, they could go toe-to-toe. And last night proved it that Miami Heat still has some heat and still have a way to go. Is that right? Is that right, Pastor?
Miss Yolanda, you hit it on the head. They got a lot of heat.
Yes.
Well, since y'all decided that Miami got to bring the kitchen, well, Pastor Jesse, when you begin to look at the game last night, you found out that every time you turn around, fouls, penalties, and the referee did not call that one call against those Denver Nuggets. And not only that, the game was tight. It was tight, and you know, I believe Pat Riley and Alonzo Mourning done tipped the referee.
Mr. E.
You know what? That reminds me of when we played playground ball. And so one person come out with a ball that was a little better than the other person's ball. That ball was the same ball that bounced around and around and around. And just because they lost with this bad ball, they said, it's your ball.
I'm taking my ball home.
We lost. You know what, though? If that's the case, then they're not living up to their standards as official.
Well, let's look at it.
They need to retire.
Let's look at it. Let's look at the game last night. Miami started off in the first quarter, hitting 26 points in the first quarter.
That's right.
They had it was 23-26 in the first quarter, and they had a huge lead over Denver Nuggets. Now, in the fourth quarter, there was at the end of the game, the Miami Heat had 36 points, and compared to the Denver Nuggets only 25 points they scored in the fourth quarter. Now, the score was 108 to 111. It could have been a tied game with so many seconds left in the game. It could have been a tied game with so many seconds left in the game where Maury blew the 3 points.
He did.
Well, when he blew the 3 points, that gave Miami the lead. They won the game. Congratulations. But guess what? I did predict that they're going to sweep. I did say they're going to sweep, but guess what's going to happen from now on down?
What?
Them jokers and Maury and them boys going to light y'all.
Check this out. A good team, the way that you know that you have a good team, and I didn't realize how good Miami really is until I see the wherewithal.
The referee.
Within the fortitude of, because they've had their share of referees too. Just like all of them. It's a parity in the league among referees that everybody get a share of at least 2 of those referees that are known to be bad referees.
What 2 of that?
I can't remember their name, but everybody thinks. In fact, one of them had got very personal with one of the players or somebody. and I mean personal. Like, okay, I'm gonna get you.
Wow.
That is the attitude. But here is the other thing. The flip side of the coin is that Miami has learned how to play the Giants.
Oh, come on, man.
All right.
Because they won one game. Tied the series up. You know you got to make your money. So they didn't want to go out the back door.
Right.
They didn't want to go out the back door with the same room that they swept the Lakers with.
I'm basing this on performance.
Thank you.
I'm basing Jokic performance. So that means that your boy from Miami, Butler, has to play twice as hard because Jokic plays for 3 people.
Oh, God.
He's in the embodiment of 3 different players. Arsenal game is just that good.
Okay.
Now, that being said, he has to pass, he has to score, he has to defend. Now, something is going to go lacking. And it's proven by the sports writers and the announcers who do the games that every time he gets 4 assists or less, they lose. So that means he's scoring more and assisting less. He's got to get his boys involved because he got players around him that are ready to go. But
you'll see him go.
They isolated Porter. He isolated Porter out of the entire game. A good coach is going to call his players to the bench and say, okay, look, we've got this going on. You've got to include them. You can't do it. You can't play 2 against 5. And if they do that, then you might see much closer games. But how do you defend when the ball is going around in a circle so fast? And not one player on the Denver Nuggets got in the face of a 3-point shot.
Well, see, here's the thing.
By the time they got to him, if they did get to him, it was like, I ain't running out that jumper no more. He's just too much. So he fouled gracefully and took the 3.
Okay, now I'm not taking anything away from Miami. Good. Miami did a wonderful job. I got to get to Miami. They played ball last night.
Yes.
Well, they brought some folks off the bench that came and helped them, and that was that fella by the name of Vince, and what was his other name? What was the other cat name?
You got Vincent, you got Robinson, you got no name.
The white boy came out there. I'm gonna put it like that. White boy came out there was y'all savior. Vince and the white boy was the one who was y'all savior, came out there and lit the court up.
They lit it up.
Thank you for that compliment.
Hey, that's right.
So now since we on that and saw that Dave was doing a wonderful job. Now here's what's gonna happen. I'm predicting the game tomorrow night. Here's what's gonna happen. And if they only lost by, they could have tied the game up by 3-pointers. And you know, Denver is known for 3-pointers. You know that. Mm-hmm. So what gonna happen? Brown gonna come in there again. Maury gonna come in there again. Jordan Jr. gonna come in there again, and the Joker gonna come in there again, and it's gonna be a ball. You're gonna see a tremendous game on tomorrow night, and the lead is gonna the score for the Denver Nuggets gonna be off the chain.
Wow. Well, we know that Miami Heat, they're competitors. I mean, Mr. E, you got to give them their props. They made it all the way to the finals.
That's right.
And that means they've been playing ball. So we're going to see. I've been trying to tell Mr. E that at this point, Miami is as good as the Nuggets. But look, Mr. E, the Nuggets, they have a great record, right, Pastor? But Miami is in the final. That means they have the potential to go all the way to the top.
You're expected to rise to the level of finals.
That's right.
See, because you got the best out of 7 games, of course, and it ain't like the best man win or the best person with the most stats win. It is who wants it the most.
That's right.
Who's hungry?
Any man.
That's right.
I believe Miami, this is their year because they are hungry after getting there the year before or last year and got beat by Boston. And they turn around this year and beat Boston the same way they got beat. Okay? You have to put exclamation points on and when Butler got the trophy for MVP for the conference.
Yes.
Right. I think they should have given it to the other boy that they drafted.
Vincent?
I mean, well, he wasn't drafted. None of them players. They got about 4 or 5 players that wasn't even drafted.
That's right.
That is the expertise of Pat Riley. And that's because Spoelstra, their coach, knows his players and how to play them. You can have all the potential in the world, but if you learn how to get to the nucleus of what makes the team run, and the team of Denver is centered around Jokic and
Jordan
Murray
and Maury. You forgot Jordan now. You forgot Jordan Jr.
You mean Gordon?
Gordon Jr.
Gordon is a key.
Brown.
But they're not using him.
What about Brown?
Brown is a key. But they're not
well, Joker and Gordon plays in the backfield together.
But here's what I'm saying, Pastor. Listen, if I know what makes you, if I know what makes your team run, and I get to all the.
Wait a minute. Let's hold up. Brett. Hold up, preacher. Hold up for 1 second.
All of your plays are centered off of the big boy.
Listen. Let's put it this way. You're a basketball player.
Yeah.
And because you are a basketball player, how many championships did you win? I hear the cricket. I hear the cricket. Let's start from Little League. Little League. All right, because I used to have a Bible in one hand and the ball in the other.
Oh, I like that.
So check this out. I was so determined that I know that by the time I got out of college playing off of a walk-on scholarship, my brother, I had to make a decision on whether or not I wanted to excel and go into public to the NBA.
Wow.
I was so despondent and saw how the college level ran. I I I had an opportunity to try out with the Spurs. When I got my letter from them to come out and try out, I discovered that I might have to go up against George Hill.
So you backed up.
So I bowed out.
But listen to this.
But look how far you went,
That's
though.
right.
That's marvelous.
But-
Congratulations.
But listen to this. On the first game, Denver Nuggets beat Miami Heat 104-98. And Miami beat Denver Nuggets 111-108.
Yes.
Do you see the difference in the point spread there?
Do you see the difference in the altitude of traveling from Miami up to Mile High Stadium somewhere?
So you trying to say it's the altitude that gets them.
That altitude will kill you every time. You can't play this sport.
What is your prediction?
My prediction is that it's going to Miami just plays better when they're back against the wall.
Wow.
When they're in the country, they play better. My prediction is that it's going to go tie at 3-3, and then the best man wins.
Wow, I
So
like that.
I want a prediction. I want you to tell us, since you are, is Miami going to take it or Denver?
Miami going to take it because
I like that. Please.
They got their heart right now, and everybody's clicking up. They have bought into the system. First of all, they have bought into the social system, and they have, as Sposa had bought into their system. Sposa has gotten in their heads and said, "You are just as good and just as great as the next person." Jimmy Butler said it was best. We have nothing to lose.
That's right. You don't have anything to lose.
Yes.
Because they're already a champion. They already won a Super Bowl. He already won playoff with.
Well, you play better when you don't have anything to lose. You play like you're playing outdoors on the court.
You know,
you can, because when you mentioned the official, that could go either way.
You know, but when he won his ring for the playoff, he was playing along with who? LeBron James.
Okay. Well, no, I don't think he ever got a ring.
Yeah, he got what y'all have the ring?
Do research, because I was reading that him, Butler or Jokic has never got a ring.
We gotta look it up. Let's see. Go ahead and
ring.
look it up and let's see. But let's look at the pace of the game. Miami did come out swinging. At the third quarter, they was like almost toe to toe. The scores and things like that. But what do you think, Pastor? That why do you think Miami actually just did it? How come the Nuggets lost on last night?
Well, it's like this. Your lead player it's like being wounded in the war battle.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's in your ear. Get up. You wounded, but you can't stay in this place.
Oh, I see now how he did it.
He pulled you, he dragged you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you notice, Butler is so good until he don't have to take the lead in the first, second, third. He'll wait. But here is what we all have to understand about the playoffs is that during the regular season, those guys ain't playing 4 quarters. And the championship game like this, and this is what the coach was telling on Denver about, they're not bringing forth their best effort. You've got to play all 4 quarters till the fat lady sings.
Wow.
Well.
When the fat lady sings, then you can, and you notice when you win a game in the finals, you high five, but you didn't run around doing this Indian cheap warrior.
Absolutely. Well, look, we gotta get ready to go. Give some information real quick about your ministry.
Well, you can hear Rise and Shine Ministry every Sunday morning from 10 to 11 on the prayer line. We pray for the sick. We pray for those that have special requests, unknown and unknown. And you can be a part of that. Just call 732-832-7000. Okay? And then you access code 301593 pound.
Wow.
And then you can also hear what your following schedule is once you come on the prayer line.
Well, we want to say thank you for being a part of FYI. You better come on back on and talk to us again. I would love that.
Thank you for having me, Pastor Everett and Sister Yolanda. Thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
God bless you. You all come over here for a little bit. We're going to finish talking a little bit about sports and some upcoming shows. All right. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. If you'd like to be a special guest of FYI Radio Show, give us a call at 757-714-7861. Don't forget to join us after dark on every Monday from 6 to 7. And for more information, give us a call, 757-714-7861, and have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful day. Sports talk. I'm telling you, Mr. E, there's so many things to say and talk about. That last night's game was off the hook. I just like the challenge. I don't want the Nuggets to just breeze through there. Mr. E thinks that the Nuggets just sweep, but now we can see that they have competitors.
That's right.
So that's what I like about the game. I don't have a team, but I'm following the finals, and I want to see competition. I don't want to see a tired Miami Heat and the Nuggets, who have been off the hook the whole season, just beat them up. I want to see them rested, Miami Heat, and I want to see them out there trying to win the final.
You know, Miss Hinton, when we get to talking about the great games and the different players, I was looking at the Miami Heat and I was looking at Denver Nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing two of the greatest basketball teams there is. When you started looking at the stats, and I want to let everybody know that Cameron Butler did win a Super Bowl ring with the Dallas Mavericks.
Okay, with the Mavericks.
The Mavericks in the bubble game that they was playing.
Okay.
So here we're looking at someone that has a chart. Now, you got to remember, Denver has never won a ring. Won a ring. So now Denver is, the reason why. Here, I knew last night that Miami is going to win the game.
How come?
Because at the first 20 minutes of the game, they couldn't hit the back of a barn. They couldn't hit nothing running or gunning.
What was going on with that? I was shocked.
Couldn't do nothing. Morris couldn't get on. Jordan Jr. couldn't get on. Joker couldn't get on. And Nick Brown couldn't get on. Nobody can get on. Well, they got the talent, but now they got to put it together.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what the coach said to them when he brought them. He said, "What are y'all doing?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all out there as not doing anything." So they came back after halftime and played a little ball, and then they took the lead.
Yes.
Now they had the lead, and the lead went back and forth all the way till the third quarter.
That's right.
Now when it got down to the wire, and it got down to neck and neck, then Miami took the lead. Then you turn around and you only needed a 3-point to take it into overtime.
And he blew it.
And Morris blew it, but see, they was looking for a 3-point shooter because they had to have a 3-point shooter to tie the game. But you couldn't get the 2 points and get a foul. So what you had to do was get that 3 point, and he was not squared away. And when he took the shot, it was off the back. It was off. So I'm looking for the next two games. Now, when you look at the game, that's 1-1, 1-1. So it's a 7-game series. Now, I'm going with the Joker. I'm going with Denver. And the reason why I'm going with Denver is because Maury never had a ring, and Brown never had a ring. And they put a guy in there last night in the center that was 45 years old. playing. That
that?
was other Brown that was in there. 45
Are you
years old,
serious?
and he was playing like he was 18.
All right. Well, maybe he's the right man.
So they're gonna switch it up, and I'm looking for them to go.
But it was a great game. I'm glad Miami came out like they did. It made me feel like they had been rested and they were ready for a competition. I didn't want to see, like I said, the Nuggets beat them up so bad that they didn't have a chance at all in this series. So I'm glad to see it now. If they win anymore, I can't say.
That's right.
But I can say they did do the first one, and they have the potential of going all the way to the top. But we'll see how they play.
I want to switch gears on you, Miss Hinton. On our page, we got Charles Barkley and
Uh-huh.
Jay Roderick. They had a clash in the opinions of Jay
Oh,
Morant.
yeah. What was that?
You know, Jay Morant, he's a great basketball player,
Absolutely.
young cat,
With the
23
gun?
years old.
Yes,
20, he plays for the Grizzlies.
absolutely.
Well, he was at a party and waving the gun, so the Grizzlies, they gave him a spank on the hand. They suspended him for 3 games.
Uh-huh.
Now he got caught again on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
And Charles Barkley said somebody need to grab hold of that young
That's what I
man
said.
and get him and help him out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that didn't stop. He did not stop there. He went and did it again.
Oh.
But the court system in Denver only gave him 100 hours of community service,
Mm-hmm.
and not no jail time, and none of that stuff is on his record, but 100 hours of community service.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Charles Barkley said something that was good. They said this guy had just freaking idiot. Barkley said, when you are making $100 million a year to play sport, your life changes. There are certain rules and regulations you have to live by. Plain and simple. You can't do stupid stuff that trade off. Investigating, no matter the video surfaces that Sunday morning Morant blandished a handgun on a friend parked Instagram account. NBA commissioners Adam spoke, and no matter ahead to the NBA draft lot, and said he assuming the worst, and the NBA investigated the video. Morant was suspended for 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
Now he was suspended for 3 games the first time. Now they suspended him 8 games the second time. They suspended him 8 games the second time in March. NBA conducted the team after previous incidents of live videos in which blandishing the handgun in a Colorado nightclub. So now, when he went to court for blandishing that handgun in the Colorado nightclub, they only gave him 1 hour, 100 community service hours.
Mr. E, all I can say is I'm not going to put my emotions into this child because, look, y'all get the emotions out of it. It's a choice thing. It's what he wants to do. If he wants to blow his life, his career, let him do it. Let him do it. I mean, hey, you don't get an opportunity like this every day. There are young men and women that wish they could be in the position he is. If he wants to blow it, let him blow it. That's going to be on him. And to me, it don't make sense. I said earlier, Mr. E, that they should get around him and help him. But I'm saying if he is dead set on showing himself and cut up, son. Because guess what? You're gonna be somewhere you don't want to be, and it's gonna be your fault and nobody else.
That's right. I want to switch gears again because we're getting ready to go into the NFL.
Oh, yes.
And I just want to let everybody know that we think that gambling is okay.
Oh,
it's not okay.
Now tell us a little bit about that story.
A Detroit Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams and several others wasn't aware that the NFL strictly gambling rules after 6 game suspension. The Detroit Lions receiver Jameson Williams was the highest profile player amongst the 5 suspended by the NFL. 5 of them. Last month, the gambling violation, and was the only one to not lose his job after punishing was announcement. He was the only one that didn't lose his job after after he was being punished. He was the only one, and what blew my mind was he was the former number 12 pick in overall address 6-game suspension, reported the first time Thursday, telling that he wasn't unaware of the league strict rules on that. Now here's some more of them. There was Williams and fellow lineman wide out Stanley Berryhill that it was suspended for 6 games. The line wide receiver Quincy Cephas was suspended. The safety for C.J. Moore and the Washington Commanders defensive shock Turner all were suspended indefinitely. All he got was a slap on the hand and was only suspended for 6 games, and the rest of the 5 was suspended indefinitely.
Okay, Mr. E, are you telling me they didn't know the rules and they broke them, or they knew the rules and they broke them?
Well, they say they didn't know the rules.
Okay.
And they broke the rules. Now, I'm quite sure that every time they go into a huddle and a teammate playing, they know what the rules and regulations. Okay. Now, it sounds something fishy on the line.
It sounds like something is just not right.
But when you look at it, if you unaware, he's still saying he unaware how strict the NFL handles gambling by a player. The league did not make it outlook quite clear in 2022 when it suspended Atlanta Falcon wide receiver Calvin Ridley for a full season. Wait a minute. Now, you're right. If Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons got suspended for a whole season, what do you think gonna happen to you if you get out there?
Mr. E, I think ball players, they need to pay attention. Make sure you have your agents or representatives, your lawyers. Make sure you know what you can do, what you can't do. Don't blow this opportunity. Sometimes these ball players, they're playing, and then sometimes they have too much too much time on their hands. Then they got these vices. It's like, oh, I can do this. I can dabble in this. You can dabble in some things that can really mess your career up. So I advise those in the NFL, NBA, all those that are playing sports, make sure you really in it to win it for yourself all the way around. Not just get in it and make the money and play ball, but have a well-rounded lifestyle so you won't end up down a creek.
That's right. A lot of the NBA, NFL, and NBA players that's out there playing that ball, just like in the women's WNBA.
Yes.
Brittany Gaynor, she knows she's not supposed to have no drugs with her.
I bet she won't have drugs on her, little paraphernalia on her no more, because that was a terrible thing. Thank God she got out of it.
We know overseas that these folk are not playing. I am so glad they putting the law out there that, because we got young folks that want to be great ball players. And now they going out there, and you don't want them to just walk into a beehive and don't think them bees going to sting them,
Yes,
so
absolutely.
we got to get ready we got to prepare our next league. Miss Hinton, August the 10th, September the 10th, August, the football league starts again.
Absolutely. And we're going to cover that soon. We're going to finish up the NBA. We're going to peek over there at the WNBA and some other sports as well. But the NFL is coming next. You all right. Get ready. I want to say good morning to Sheila Robbins, Candace Alexander, Philip Plump, Alfonso Copeland, good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have enjoyed Sports Talk, and I want you all to make sure you meet us tonight on FYI After Dark. The Honorable Senator Lionel Sproul is going to be on. We're going to have a good time because he has more time than he ever had.
That's right.
Then the morning show, this evening show, we got a full hour with the Honorable Senator Lionel Sproul.
And if you got any questions that you would like to answer, ask him.
Yeah.
Get your fingers ready to type in, and so we can bring it up to par. I was listening to them debate his opponent debating what she's got out there, what
Yes.
she wants to do. And I found out that she wants to make history.
Wow.
She wants to be, she got so much seniority, and the other two that's ahead of her had passed away. And she got so much seniority that what she really wants to do is make it. She just wants to be so she can control the MONEY.
Well, we'll see both of them to win it for a minute. And so we look forward to tonight with the Honorable Senator Lionel Spruill, 6 p.m. on all social media platforms live. You all come on, write in the chat, join us, join in the dialogue, ask your questions, and we're going to have a great, great, great time. We have great shows coming up this week. Mr. E on Wednesday, I believe we have Beard God.
Yeah, we got Beard God.
And we'll be talking to him. You got Father's Day getting ready to come up. And so Beard Guards is in the house telling you how you can help daddy and all them look good, fathers that look good and keep themselves groomed and happy. So Mr. E.
And then on Friday,
go
we
ahead.
got Dr. Jacqueline Butler.
Yes.
Will be our special guest.
Absolutely. So you all don't forget to join us 6 p.m. Don't forget our upcoming shows. Don't forget to follow us on social media, YouTube, Crystal Records 1, CRISTO 1. Please subscribe. We need subscribers. We need the numbers. Also, the ladies' book, Bullying is Right Underneath Your Nose. The ladies' music, the World Pie, which will be launching. And also, you can be a special guest sponsor, intern with FYI. Mr. E has the tea.
If you want to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Our inboxes at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton Facebook page, FYI Facebook page, or email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
Yes, I want to shout out again my beautiful friend Sheila Robbins. Love to the family. But look, we'll see you all tonight. Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
I want to say good morning to Mr. Chris Hinton. Thank you so much for tuning in to the most talked about radio show in the world. Have a great day now here.
God bless you all. Bye now.